Welcome to another Big Mini with Ben and Paul.
Hello, today we want to talk about the recently announced Project Xcloud from Xbox and rather Microsoft. So they've announced that they're going to be doing their own streaming service called the Xcloud.
That's scary, that like.
Yeah. So
It,
obviously, like the video, it is scary, is that
yeah.
Microsoft just owning everything, ruling the
It's
world.
again going back to our last one about what is it, X180 or something it's
X
called?
XO18.
XO18. It's
X180 360 no scope. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It sounds like they're starting their own thing from the Terminator. What's that called? Skynet.
Skynet.
That's what this is.
that's what your like one prevailing joke is through every big mini is Skynet. He's like, how can I relate this to Skynet?
That's it. Oh, and horse testicles. Don't forget that. That's
Well,
the theme.
PlayStation have announced that they're going to start making the next PlayStation 5. Yes, Skynet
Yes.
5. Like, no,
Skynet
Paul,
5.
that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's a PlayStation with horse balls.
Yeah, that's it. You get Terminator, Arc, and horse testicles
That's
from
what
me. That's
like the thing I've always hated about the PlayStation controller is the touchpad. Like it's superfluous, it's pointless. But
yeah.
get rid of that and just replace like some dangly horse balls, and every now and again interact. You just have to like tickle the underside of the controller to advance.
I'm sold. I want it now. Day one. So yeah, moving on.
PS5 pre-ordered. Moving on swiftly. So yeah, so the xCloud is a streaming service. We've seen streaming services like this before in the past. There was like On Live. There's one currently that Nvidia are doing GeForce now, but the idea is that they basically run the game from their servers. So you just stream that image and play it. The problem with these services universally is that they've always been like hampered by latency, haven't they?
Yeah.
I don't know if I actually told you that I got accepted to GeForce now because it's like in beta.
All right. Okay. Excellent.
Because back when I had the gaming PC that I briefly had for a few months, you were able to apply for it because it had an NVIDIA graphics card inside of it, like a brand new graphics card. So I applied for that, and then I only got accepted recently, so I no longer have that gaming PC. But the whole point is that it's meant to make you like be able to stream even on a rubbish PC.
Yeah.
So obviously that's what I currently have. I just have a rubbish PC that is like it's not a gaming PC. It's just used for internet browsing, that kind of thing. You know, naked ladies. What? Research.
That took us
Gaming
by surprise.
research.
That I had it in my brain. I was like, but he won't say that, so I won't say that. You're like naked ladies.
Naked men. What? We're diverse here at Big UK.
Yeah, that's it. We'll search anything.
So I tried it on my PC, and like it was my connection. It said, "Oh yeah, your connection's great. It should be great for high-end streaming and stuff like that." Because like
Right.
the internet connection isn't amazing, but it's like it's like the UK average. It's above the UK average, I suppose.
Yeah.
Quite above it, probably 3 times what the UK average is.
Bragging.
Bragging, and it's still rubbish, you know. But that's just as a gamer. Like as a gamer, I'd rather have the most. I'd love 1,000 meg, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But aside from that, like it said, it was good enough. But then I was playing a really old game. I tried Battlefield 3. I tried Bad Company 2, and I tried Max Payne 3 as well. And I wasn't playing any of these games online. I was just playing because I just didn't want to obviously have any extra of my net usage being used for anything else. I just thought just the story mode. And would just say, and it was really noticeable input lag from is like moving left to move the gun left to it actually happening on screen, but it was like noticeable. Right. And I don't think that was even noticeable like as someone who's a hardcore gamer. I think that was just noticeable as someone with eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a big worry for the xCloud. I love the concept, but I'm just not sure how they're going to get the latency down to like being really playable.
Yeah, that was my worry. Like when I watched it, like in the clip, it shows you the person playing. Is it Forza 4 on the phone?
Yeah.
And I was like, it looks good. Graphically, it looks good, but again, the latency. I mean, is it going to be?
Like I don't want to be like a negative Nancy, but in that clip, it's like there's some woman going like, "Oh, when I first was able to play Forza on my phone, it was amazing." But in the clip, they were just driving in a straight line. And I thought, well, that's the easiest thing to not throw latency on is no movement whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen her thumb turn left and the car immediately turn left at the same time.
That's it, yeah.
Where they just showed you it driving forward, and I'm just like, well, yeah, that would do that on pretty much any streaming service because the delay wouldn't really be visually noticeable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But that's a big feature we should mention is that the idea is that with Xcloud, you don't just stream games directly to your console. You can do it to your phone, your tablet. One of the things is obviously the Xbox controller is Bluetooth, so you would just through Bluetooth immediately connect it to your phone, which I think that's really great.
Yeah, it's
that
excellent.
You could do that, you know. Like one of the things I've always like my problem with the Nintendo Switch is power, like because there's just not enough regular games for us to warrant just buying it. You know, like there's a few Nintendo games I want, but then I would. But what really sells it to is the idea of portable for games that I really love. And right now, obviously, it doesn't have many of those. It doesn't have many cross-platform games, you know. But imagine being able to play Red Dead Redemption in bed, 1080p on like a Switch, though, like something like that. That would be brilliant because I think the Switch, peripheral-wise, is brilliant. And I like that idea of like handheld or like, you know, like say having your Xbox controller and having your phone clipped on top or even a tablet. Probably a tablet would be better just for a bit of a bigger screen.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, it's streaming perfectly. That'd be insane.
Yeah, I mean, if it works, obviously it's brilliant. Like the bit that got me, because I was on the fence, but the bit that got me was when the guy was saying, "Oh, well, my son comes in and he wants to play a game. I can just continue my game on the tablet."
Yeah,
like, that's cool. Like I like that idea. That's brilliant.
Because it's separate. It's not using your console to power anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just using. It would just be an app on your phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
which
for me,
I love. If that's going to work the way they're saying it's going to work, that'll be insane. Like, it will redefine everything because essentially it would kill consoles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would arguably not kill, but it would do a lot of damage to PC gaming as well.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
You wouldn't need to have incredibly good hardware to play a lot of AAA games.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Yeah, so I mean, like I say, it's crazy interesting. What I thought was really good in the actual trailer was not good, but I thought it was interesting that they said, "Well, we'll tell you when it's ready," sort of thing. You know what I mean? So they're admitting it's not there. You know what I mean? I think a lot of these services, like GeForce Now, obviously is in beta, so it's hard to be like harsh on them.
Yeah,
because they are in beta. But obviously, I think a lot of these services have been quite premature, and I think Microsoft don't want to do that because they want to release. Obviously, right now they're losing the console, you know what I mean? So they have to come out strong. They can't come out with a subpar product.
Yeah.
And you have to take into account that the average user's internet isn't amazing.
This is true. Yeah. So, I mean, do you think it's going to be something that's going to come for next gen gaming, or do you think it's going to be like the couple of months work internally, and then like, oh well, here it is now? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, that's I never thought of it like that, but I think the smarter move would to let next gen happen first.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a stronger move on their part because, like the points were made about it, you know, essentially cancelling out consoles to an extent. You know, like a lot of people already argue that you don't need an Xbox because every game on Xbox is playable on PC. Because obviously they already have the share play.
Yeah.
Like they said in the actual trailer, you know, like they've reached so far, I think, between PlayStation and Xbox, something like 150 million gamers have been reached. But on the planet, they reckon there's about 2 billion gamers because so many people game on phones and tablets.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And this is obviously to try and reach those people as well, because obviously that'd be an experience you never had. Because like I say, you don't get AAA gaming on phones or tablets. I'm not saying I'm not saying there isn't good phone games. But it's a different experience altogether, you know what I mean? It's not the same as like he says in the trailer, playing Halo or Gears, you know what I mean? But then not just those as examples, because obviously they're using those because they're Microsoft exclusives. So, but he even says themselves, imagine playing Red Dead Redemption on your phone, like Red Dead Redemption 2 rather, being able to play it 1080p 60, like that's insane.
Oh, I'd love it. That's you had me sold when you said I could play Red Dead Redemption in bed. That's the dream right there, folks.
Exactly. Red Dead Redemption
in bed. Yeah.
And on that note, thanks for listening to this edition of Big Mini. Hopefully we'll be back here with some more news soon. And thanks for listening.
Yes, and if you want to keep it here at Big UK and be all our friends and stuff like that, then you've got to like and subscribe, and we'll be back with more Terminator horseball theories. I mean, that's a thing over here, Big UK now.
Everyone's got to have a niche.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.